Hello and welcome to a yoga session I'm calling Astro Yoga, featuring the element of Earth. The zodiac signs representing Earth are Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, and we will be exploring the symbols and archetypes of these signs through yoga poses to inspire that grounded, settled energy, coming into a seated position, beginning with Capricorn, which is associated with the knees. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. And if it feels okay, we're going to flutter the knees up and down, little gentle motion. If not, feel free to stay nice and still, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. Let's slow down the flutters, lifting the knees a little higher, dropping the knees down to the ground. Let the sitting bones press down into the earth. On your next inhale, let's reach and lengthen the heart forward, and exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale to look up and exhale to look down. Breathe in to the hips, to the lower body, through the knees. Hands onto the shins, let's round the spine back, and then arch looking forward and up, folding over the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing the legs over to one side, so there is quite a deep bend in the knees. If you don't like that, you could stagger the knees or even extend one leg straight out. Otherwise, folding the knees close together like a mermaid. We're going to reach up and over those legs, looking up to the sky. Capricorn is associated with the goat fish, which is a hybrid animal, so doing this mermaid-like position is in tribute to that Capricorn zodiac. You can bring opposite hand on the knee and top hand behind the head, leaning back. Let's breathe into the side body. Drop breath down through the legs, through the knees. Releasing arms, let's twist, looking behind you, looking over that back shoulder. Sit nice and tall. Oxygen through the spine. Feel secure, settle into your place. And on your next inhale, we'll switch sides. Folding the legs over to the other side, the pillow is supporting the lower hip, trying to bring some balance into those hips so one hip is not too much higher than the other. Stretch up and over those legs, looking to the sky. Bring that top hand behind the head. Let the head press gently into the hand. Open up space through the side body and ribs. Bottom hand on the opposite knee. Breathe into the pose. Settling our energy, staying calm and focused. Opposite hand stays on that front knee as we twist, looking behind us. Ribs twisting, upper body rotating, crown of the head to the sky. Breathe in deeply. Unwind to the center. Bringing those legs out from underneath. Moving into our next zodiac, the Virgo, associated with the abdomen and the body. Find your way into a seated balance, bending knees, holding the backs of the legs. Then extend the legs higher, toes to the sky. Release the arms into boat pose. Feel the sacrum pressing down into the earth. Let's rotate, twisting to one side, palms pressed together. Keep your boat pose. Work from the core center body. Twist to the other side. Turning to the center, lowering the legs even more. Low back hovering above the ground into a canoe. Bending knees and lowering the legs down. Sitting right up on top of a pillow if you like. Inhale, let's stretch and lengthen the arms to the sky and then fold over those legs. Flexing the abdomen, we'll pull the belly button in as we exhale. Let the head drop, looking down to those knees. On your next inhale, lifting up slightly before exhaling, lowering even deeper. Forward fold, breathe into the back. So spine is flexed, abs are flexed, ankles flexing, toes pulling back towards you. Breathe in deeply. Stay calm, feel secure. And slowly rolling up, sitting tall. Coming into hands and knees, extend the legs back into plank. Engage those core abdominals. Next, exhale, pike the hips high to the sky, downward dog. Lengthen through the arms, shrug through the knees. And bring one foot forward just so we can pivot into a wider legged forward bend, externally rotating the legs and hips, bending the knees. Hands on top of the thighs, and we're going to move into the goddess. The Virgo is associated with the Virgin archetype, and of course, we're going to move into goddess pose, but keeping focus on the abdomen, twisting from side to side, palms facing down. Stretch out those arms into a T shape, grounded at the feet. Feel the work in the lower body. Find a mudra, bringing thumbs and index fingers together and backs of the hands touch right on top of the crown of the head, elbows out to the side. Pop the heels if you can, increasing your balance and focus. Now open the palms receptively up to the stars. And then coming into a twist, dropping one shoulder forward and looking over that back shoulder. Knees wider, hips drop and sink lower. Come to the center and gently rock from side to side. Straighten the legs, parallel feet. Interlace the fingers and let's dive forward, hips to the sky. Looking from side to side, let there be a natural swaying action from the shoulders, feet plant down. Switching the way that you're interlacing the fingers and then reaching up and overhead. Inhale to lift up slightly and exhale to drop down even deeper. Keep the breath flowing. Stay grounded in those feet as we reach over to one side. Keep the hips centered. See if the forehead can come closer to the shin or knee. And if you can add a twist here, you'll walk that opposite hand over to the other leg, allowing the arms to increase the rotation. Breathe in. And exhale, switch, bringing both hands, both arms over to the second leg. Try to keep hips and pelvis in the center. And if you want to add the twist, you'll walk that opposite arm towards the other leg, reaching for the shin, ankle, or foot. Every exhale, twisting from the core, center, abdomen. A little bit more, another millimeter. Stay calm. Stay true to yourself. Stay patient. Hands on the mat. Let's straighten the arms. Coming up a little higher, swaying gently side to side. And coming down into a seated position. Moving into our final zodiac, the Taurus, associated with the neck, throat, and shoulders, to name a few. Moving into cow face pose, so knees are stacked, feet are flexed on the same line, shoulders on top of hips. Take your first few breaths sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, lift the arms and bend one elbow, reaching opposite hand on that elbow for a nice tricep stretch, or if you want to release, to fold underneath, reaching up, find a bind. Next, exhale, folding forward over those legs. Keep breathing into the hips. Stretch through the shoulders. Twisting, bring your opposite hand or forearm to the outside of that top knee. Other hand reaches back behind you and even starts to wrap around the low back. Inhale to look forward and untwist to the center. Take a breath here. Leaning back to switch the leg that's on top. See if the knees can stack one on top of the other. You might need to shift forward and back or side to side or swivel the feet to help you find this position in the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe into that, lots of sensations in the knees and hips. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky, and now opposite hand on that other elbow for the tricep stretch. Let the head press back. And if you want to release that second hand to fold underneath, reaching up, seeing if there's contact with the fingers pulling into each other. Feel the sensation throughout the shoulders as we fold over the legs, keeping the spine long and neutral. And next breath, you can allow for a little bit of rounding and folding in the spine. Looking down, staying calm. Feeling your body into the ground, supported by the earth. Inhale back to center, release the arms, and let's twist opposite forearm on that top knee. Looking behind you, and the back hand can even fold behind the low back. Keep the breath flowing. Inhale, return to the center. Take a breath here. Find your way into a seated position, extending fingertips out to the side, long arms. Drop one ear to the shoulder and start to rotate, looking down and up. A little bit of focus in the neck now. Keep your gaze looking down and bring the hand that you're looking down to, bring that hand to the back of the head, gently encouraging more stretch as the opposite hand extends open into a T shape, palm open. Fold that extended arm behind the low back. Turn to look forward, switching the position of the head, the angle of the stretch. Open the mouth and move the jaw around a little bit. Release tension or gripping. Next, inhale, release the arms and return to the center. Drop the other ear to the same side shoulder and start to rotate, looking down and up. Reach the fingertips long, arms away from the body. Keep looking down, and that same side arm is going to find its way to the side and back of the head as the other arm opens up into a T shape, and extend it back behind you. Reach the fingertips away, palm open. Breathe into the sensations of the stretch of the pose. And now fold that extended arm behind the low back, looking forward. And switch the angle of the stretch in the neck. Let the head be heavy, the top hand be light. And slowly release the arms, return the head to the center. Let's roll those shoulders a little bit, up, back, around, and down. Fingertips on the shoulders. Let's move from the elbows now, touching the elbows together in front of you before lifting to the sky and circling around. Keep the elbows open to the sides and little twists from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the arms by the side. In your next inhale, let's reach up high to the sky, looking up, opening the throat. Settling it back down, grounding your energy, feeling safe and secure. Inhale, breathing into your earth elements. Exhale, returning down. And bring the hands together at the top, palms press in. Bring those hands to heart center, close the eyes for a meditative moment. Grounding in your earth element, honoring the earth elements of the zodiac. Folding forward over those legs. Letting forehead connect to the earth. And thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.